This is David at My Time to Retire, where I'm working on my investments trying to reach $3.3 million in 2 years. I have about $115,000 sitting on the sideline now, and I want to start buying into the market. I'm currently torn on my approach. I don't want to acquire too much risk, but in order to reach my goal, some above average returns would be helpful. I want to share a couple of transactions I did today and yesterday. These are rather minor, but maybe need some explanation because they are some of my fringe holdings. One of the tools I use is Empower. It used to be called Personal Capital, and my account with them dates back to then. There are some frustrations that I have with it and some limitations, but generally, as a tool, I use it a couple times a day just to see where things are tracking because it does pull a lot of my accounts together in one spot. It doesn't hold all of my accounts, so it's not entirely accurate, but it holds enough of them that it gives me a good idea of how it's doing during the day. You can see today, after the close on October 15th, it shows a 0.5% decline. It shows the year to date up about 22%, which is actually below what the S&P 500, I believe, is done, which is listed here at 22.85%. Now, I have sold some stock throughout the course of the year. I have sold some gainers as well as some decliners, but I think that I don't think it takes those into consideration, things that I have sold um, towards this number. So hopefully I kind of outperformed, but to be honest with you, at 22%, I'm very happy with that kind of return for year to date. Starting here, some of the gains that we have for the day. You can see here listed, this is the total recorded declines for the day. I believe that it will go up as the mutual funds start to get recorded because usually they don't get added towards after the close towards the evening. Some of the frustrations with this is not all of my equity holdings, stock holdings, are tracked during the course of the day. So I think there's going to be probably some decliners, some gains that is not recorded. One, HIMS, the stock is not recorded. MTTR, Raytheon, CPRI, PR, Permian Reserve. These are not this bank stock, OZK, Welltower, this REIT. These are not updated during the course of the day. Just a minor irritants, really. Not that big of a deal. I do just refer to this to get kind of an overall view. You see all these funds here, they won't be updated until later on. So these are the decliners, which they certainly outweigh any of the gains for today. Seems like the majority of them are tech stocks today, energy stocks, and China. So some sharp declines there. But overall, not too concerning at this point. AMD is something I've held for a very long time. I'm still quite optimistic about it, but as these tech declines show, I'm hoping that it's going to continue to grow and recover, and maybe catch up to Nvidia a little bit. I don't expect Nvidia to have the gains that it certainly had, but I think that AMD still has room to run. But again, this is my opinions. I'm not a investment advisor. This is not my full-time job. I do have a full-time job. This is just me and my experience investing as I try to reach my goal. Yesterday, I sold my position in MicroStrategy stock. This was a stock that I really didn't hold very long. I just held it since September 18th. In that very short time, it was up over 70%. Monday morning, it shot up again another 6% or so, and I just pulled the trigger. I said that it's a little bit too good to be true. I will be happy to lock in my gains and sell. So I had 35 shares. I actually sold 34. I just kept one share to kind of keep a little bookmark of where that was at a price of 221. So I think I got out with over 70% gains from my original price. Bitcoin is not part of my retirement strategy. I have only invested in MicroStrategy for FOMO reasons, and I have only used a very small percentage of my portfolio. Overall, I am intrigued with some crypto like Bitcoin, but I do not trust them, and I know that I am not knowledgeable enough with computers to hold any directly. But I am impressed with Michael Saylor, and I take more comfort investing in his company, letting him manage the Bitcoin. If MicroStrategy price to book value comes down, I may step back in with a small purchase. I kept that one share as a reminder and to kind of track the price over time. I might invest a couple of $1,000s also into Coinbase Global, but again, this won't be a substantial amount. These are kind of fringe investments, and I'm only discussing this now because I feel I need to explain a little bit of these holdings in these companies because it's not the type of investing I want to be known for. I want to focus on my main goal, which is reaching the $3.3 million mark and using that $115,000 sitting in that in money markets to buy quality dividend growth stocks. One other stock that I did invest, Matterport. You can see here, I've mentioned this before. This is one of my biggest losers that I'm currently holding, down over 71%. And I figured I wasn't ready to sell it. I hadn't given up hope on it yet. And I actually just bought a little bit more to try to bring down my average price here. So you can see here, I purchased 315 shares at a price of $4.79 pretty much, about $1,500, and we'll see where that kind of goes here in the short term. But this is a fund that I'll probably or stock that I'll just hold. Doesn't concern me too much. It's one of those moonshots, and I'm hoping to kind of recoup some of my losses there. But, even with the markets near their all-time highs, I still feel comfortable buying in because I do have optimism for the next 18 months. If we have the soft landing that appears to be happening, optimism will prevail, and I think the markets will advance. Waiting for a correction is timing the market, and that's something I know I'm not good at. I have become comfortable buying at market highs. Time in the market for me has been better than timing the market. As I've watched that $115,000 sit for a few weeks, I now plan on making some purchases soon. Maybe ETFs, individual stocks, mutual funds, or all of the above, and hopefully put that money to work towards my early retirement goal. Look out for future videos as these decisions are made. Please suggest in the comments what may be worth consideration. And please like and subscribe and track my journey towards early retirement. And look for new videos kind of documenting my journey, decisions, and kind of how I've got to this point. So thank you. I look forward to the comments, and I look forward to seeing how these markets fare and these decisions pan out in the short term and long term. Thank you. The content of this YouTube channel is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I am not a licensed financial advisor, and the opinions expressed here are my own. Before making any investment decisions, please consult with a qualified financial professional who can assess your individual financial situation. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Always do your own research and due diligence before making any financial decisions.